Hi, I'm Moya Snackin, and today we're gonna make Christmas kimchi. It's a recipe that I make around Christmas, which is why I call it the Christmas kimchi, and it's also because it's easy to make with Mead. So right now I'm gonna pour in the salt water mixture. Then you gotta bring it to a boil until salt dissolves. Yeah, that's salt. Okay, now that the water is at a boil, we can take it off and let it cool for 5 minutes. I'm gonna now start preparing the cabbage leaves so we can put the mixture on it. So when I originally made the recipe, I think this is a really good method that I use. Nail it and then I cut it into the chunks or pieces. I usually put mine in strips so it's easier to do when mixing, so I don't have to grab so much in a handful. I'm actually gonna put aside the very ends because I know some people don't like when they're eating like leaf lettuce or cabbage. They get the end and it gets all like in their mouth and like bleh. Now that the cabbage has been cut and the water has been fully cooled down, we can now start to make a mixture of the marinating portion of the recipe now. So I'll be like having this marinade top for 10 minutes, and then once it's all soaked, ready to go for this side, I can flip it over and then have that soak it for 5 minutes. With me being a Korean American adoptee, I always hear my friends who are also adoptees having like traditions with their adopted families. Like I've done some for special occasions, but that's about it. And the reason why I like this dish is it really brings me back to my roots, and I'm hoping that either this video makes it easier either for me or for her to find me or find each other. Or you know, just knead it like you're kneading dough, getting under and over places you haven't gotten it before. And once again, you can see that I'm still doing kind of like this smush thing, so I can indulge it and then mix it. I believe it's been approximately 5 minutes. Now we just drain it and then we rinse it. Alright, so now that we've drained and rinsed out the kimchi, you can really start to see that the cabbage has kind of a transparent look, like you can like see your fingers under it, and it's very soft and it looks like you kind of boiled it. So that's when you know you've had it soaked for long enough. Now that we've finished the draining and the rinsing, we can start the kimchi filling now. So you put in minced garlic, then peeled ginger, the diced onions, and the anchovy sauce. Then blend it until it's puree. Now that we've made the puree, it's time to add the chili flakes and the sugar. Hopefully the blade doesn't fall out. Now we're gonna take our sugar and sprinkle that in. Oh wow, that went our sugar. Now we're gonna take our chili flakes and just dump that in. I'm gonna take the spatula and now I'm gonna just mix it in so it combines really well. Kind of mushy, but like not mushy where it just falls apart. But now that it's like a paste, it's ready to be mixed in with everything else. Okay, now that we have our paste ready and everything else, it's time to put in the roll-up mixins. So we're gonna take the sliced chili peppers, then we have our onions, and then we have the honey I was talking about before. Usually when I'm at home and I'm making this recipe, I get Michigan Mead honey, which is locally sourced honey with some mead in it. And my friend Callan, who I really think more of as a cousin to me, shout out to my boy Callan. His dad makes really good mead honeys. This is the reason why I didn't use an apple or a pear, so like this gives it like that sweet and sour taste. Because I always thought kimchi was like ooh spicy, so and I thought the honey like ooh like hot honey, what if I tried that with the chili? And it ended up like working really well with it. The way that the honey went into it made it like hot but like enjoyable for my dad because he hates eating spicy things. Whenever I take him out to eat at Korean restaurants, I don't think he knew this until now, but I like sneak hot things into his food slowly, and then he slowly gets more used to it. It's time to put in our paste. You just scoop it in. Now that we have our filling and all the toppings in, we can start to mix it. You really gotta like cover everything so you can get as much flavor as possible in there. I'm gonna have to do this carefully without it flying everywhere. I don't know how I did it last time, but I got it. But yeah, I'd say it's now pretty well mixed. So now you can really see that everything's like equally covered as much as possible. Now we're gonna add a sesame seed, kind of like sprinkle it on top because it gives that kind of like a pop lock when you eat it. Kind of gives it the extra like crunch, and that is it. There is the beautiful baby itself. That's what I call Christmas kimchi. So now we're gonna taste the kimchi. It's a little bit spicier than I say the notes because I feel like the sweetness of the honey really bounces off of the sourness, so it just like somewhat implodes, but it also just mixes in and it makes something completely different. Also with it not having any of the pears or the fruits or anything makes it really spicy as well. Thank you so much for joining me today to make this recipe, and I hope you enjoy it.
Right after Christmas, my dad got big on Canada. We should have a calendar after, so if we want to get a pint, like, why not? I wanted, Dad got to call you in. I'm like, oh my god, no way. Obviously, I was much more excited than that. But it was really exciting.